The fifth and final way that you can really maximize your current client database is early retirement marketing. Now, to be clear on that, again, for most pre retirees, so they haven't fully retired yet, they dream of being able to retire and ride off in the sunset. All right, that's everyone's dream. It's the American dream. But this dream of retirement that they have is also a really powerful marketing tool for you. It pays dividends just to ask your clients these two questions. And whether or not they even become clients, you should ask them all this because this is going to be on your fact finder. The first question is, what is their dream retirement situation? Like literally have them tell you exactly what they imagine. They're on the sailboat. They're doing the deep sea fishing. Maybe all they do is golf. Like ask them what their dream retirement scenario is, and ask both of them. If it's a husband wife or any sort of situation where you're meeting with more than one person. Maybe it's the family. Ask all of them what is their individual dream scenario. So the second question to ask: if they could retire earlier than they had anticipated, would they be willing to explore those situations? Now, again, that probably seems like a no-brainer. You meet with Joe and Sandy. Joe's planning to retire in 6 years. Sandy's planning to retire in 3 years. They think that they've got their 401k built up, or whatever the IRA is, we'll call it, and then they realize like I'm probably going to hit at this age I'll be able to retire peacefully because that's what they know. Maybe that age is 65 because that's the most common retirement age, right? 65. When you ask that question, that's going to prompt them to want to explore, could I retire earlier? Could I retire at 63? Some people, they're going to say no, which it happens. And usually those are the individuals that they are, armchair advisors themselves. They're not really open to learning more. But the ones that say yes, they'd be willing to explore it, for you in the right now moment, you're going to be able to really change their life potentially. And if, by the way, you can show them that they can retire earlier than they expected and they're not a client yet, they're probably going to become a client. But the second thing it's going to do for you is actually down the line, if you can show them that they can retire earlier than they expected, that then becomes your referral prompt for your next review. When they hit that 1 year review, or maybe it's the day they retire, if it's not too far out, which that's another great example. If you tell them they can retire 6 months from now as opposed to 3 years from now, on their retirement date, send them a gift basket, and then follow it up with asking them, I know that we changed a lot of your perspective around retirement planning, and I'm glad that we were able to show you that you could retire earlier than you anticipated. We would love to provide that same impact to somebody else that you may know or someone who's important to you. Who would be a good candidate to have an early retirement conversation with? And that's just going to be fuel to the fire that's going to continually grow your business.